Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, great to new beauty, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' life. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's end not could remove, is now the traffic of our stage. For which if you, with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to know.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you here today.
Uncle, an hour before the worship sung, so early walking did I see your son. Towards my maid, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affections by my own, gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew. Adding to cloud where cloud with his deep sighs, and private in his chamber, attends himself. Shut up his window, lock far daylight out, and make himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of it,
Have you importuned it by any means?
both by myself and many other friends. But he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself. I will not say how true.
See where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy state to hear true. I will go.
Good morrow, cousin!
Is the day so young?
But you struck 9.
I mean, 10 hours seem long. Was that my father that one came so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes him short.
In love?
Alex,
Of love?
either for favor or I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle as view should be so rough and tireless in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eye see pathways to his will. Why then, O brawling love, O loving hate, O anything of nothing first create, no heavy lightness, serious vanity, still waking sleep that is not what it is. This love feel I that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cause I rather than love.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why such is love's transgression? Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate have pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add much grief to too much of mine own. Love is smoke raised with funeral sighs, being purged, a fire sparkling in lover's eyes, being vexed, a sea nourished with lover's tears. What is it else than madness most discreet, a choking gall and preserving sweet? Farewell, my coz.
Soft. I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut, I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo, he is some other where.
Tell me in sadness who is that you love.
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan, why no, but in sadness tell me who.
A sick man in sadness makes his will, or an ill urge to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I suppose you love.
A right fair mark, and 'tis fair I love.
A right fair mark, fair cause the soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow, she hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity well armed, from love's weak childish bow lives she unharmed. She'll not say the siege of loving terms, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold. She's rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies with beauty dies with joy.
Then she was sworn she would live in chaste.
She hath, and in that sparring makes huge waste. For beauty starved with her severity cuts beauty off from all posterity. She's too fair, too wise, wisely too fair to merit by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that lives.
You wrote by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
Just the way to call hers exquisite and question more. These happy masks that hide fair ladies' brows, being black, put us in mind they hide the fair. He that is struck blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me Mr. Silas passing fair. Let me our beauty serve as a note so I may read who passed that passing fair. Farewell, my cousin. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or else thine debt.
But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
Saying over what I said before, my child is a stranger in the world. Should not seem to change in 14 years. Let 2 more summers begin their pride, ere I think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred those early made. The earth has solved all my hopes for she. She's a hopeful lady in rare, but woo her gentle Paris, yet her heart, my will to consent, is but a part. And she agreed within her spoken choice, lies my consent, and fair courting voice. This night, I hold an accustomed feast, for which I invited many guests, such as I love. And you, among the store, one more, most welcome, make my number more. And my poor house it's of cold this night. There are shining stars that make dark heaven light. Such comfort as do lusty young men feel, when well-apparelled April on the heel of living winter treads. Even such light among fresh meadow buds shall you, this night, inherit my house. Here all see. And like her most whose merit most shall be, which, on more view many, mine being one, may stand in number, though reckoning none, come go with me. Go, sirrah, trudge about the fair ground and find those persons out whose names are written there, so thou say my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here? It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, the tailor with his last, the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his nets. But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find the names the writing person has here writ. Oh, I must to the learned. In good time.
Hatman, one fire burns out another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn him, and be helped by backward turning. One desperate pain cures with another anguish. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf is excellent for that.
And for what, I pray thee?
For your broken shin.
Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but more than a madman is. Locked up in prison, kept without food, whipped and tormented. Take it, sir.
Dr. God, pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, it is mine unfortune in my misery.
Perhaps you've learned it in the book. But can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters in the language.
Ye say honestly, rest you merry.
Stay, madame, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters. County Anselm and his beauteous sisters. The Lady Widow of Vitravio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces. Mercutio and his brother Valiant. My uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters. My fair niece, Rosaline, and Lydia. Signor Valentio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up
Whither to supper?
to our house,
Whose house?
my master's house.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now, I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you not be of the house of the Montagues, I pray, come, quaff a cup of wine. Rest ye merry.
At the same ancient feast of Capulets, sups the fair Rosaline whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattained eye, compare her face with some that I shall show, and I'll make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehood, then turn tears to fires, and those who often drown never die, transparent heretics, be burnt for liars. One fairer than my love? The all-seeing sun there taught her mass since first the world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scale, let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid, that I will show you shining at this feast, and she that shows well shall scant show best.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to enjoy the splendor of my own.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now, by my maidenhead at 12 years old, I bade her come. What lamb, what lady? God forbid, where is this girl? Juliet!
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam. I'm here. What is your will? This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I've remembered me. Thou'st hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
She is not 14. How long's an Adelaide's time?
A fortnight nowadays.
Even or odd, all the days in the year, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. 'Tis since the earthquake, now 11 years, and she was weaned. I never shall forget it, of all the days in the year upon that day. Shake, quoth the dove house. 'Twas no need I trow to bid me trudge. And since that time it is now 11 years, for then she could stand high alone. Nay, by the rood she had run and waddled all about, and just the day before my husband, God be with his soul, he was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, fallest upon thy face, thou wilt fall backward, when thou comest to age, wilt thou not, Jewel? And pretty fool it stinted and said, I. Oh, I swore it, and I should live 1,000 years, I never shall forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel? Quoth he, and pretty fool it stinted and said, I.
Enough of this. I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam, yet I cannot help but laugh to think that it should leave crying and say, I. Yea, quoth my husband, fallest upon thy face, thou wilt fall backward, when thou comest to age, wilt thou not, Jewel? And pretty fool it crying and said, I.
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace I have done. God mark me his grace, thou was the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. And I might live to see thee married once, I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
The valiant Paris seeks you for his love. What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. That book in many's eyes doth share the glory, that in gold clasps locks in the golden story. So shall you share in all that he doth possess, by having him making yourself no less. Speak briefly. Can you like a Paris's love?
I looked like, looking like and move. But no more deep line dark mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Juliet, the county stays. Seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me the torch. I am not for this ambush. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow his wings and soar with them above the common down.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so bound I cannot bound a pitch above Dover. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
Love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for the pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in. Advisor for advisor, what care I with curious eye doth quote deformities? Here are the beetle brows shall blush for me.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but everyone betake them to their legs.
The torch for me. Let wantons light of heart tickle the sun's rustle with their heels. For I am proverb through the grandshire phrase. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The king was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Hot done's the mouth, the constable's own word. If thou art done, withdraw thee from the mire, or save their reverence, love, when thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight, ho.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay we waste our lights, in vain light lights by day. Take my good meaning for our judgments if 3 times of that ere once in our 3 wits.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no way to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she wants a shape no bigger than an agate stone. Her coach is an empty hazelnut made by a joiner squirrel or old grub, time out of mind the fairy's coachmakers. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. And sometimes she can drive it over a courtier's nose, and then dreams he is smelling out a suit. Sometimes she comes with a tide pig's tail, tickling the parson's nose as he lies asleep, and then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she comes and drives over soldiers' necks, and they dream of cutting foreign throats, and being thus frighted, swear a prayer or 2 and sleep again. This is that very Mab. This is the hag that when maids lie on their backs, presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she, this is that very Mab, who when maids...
Peace, Mercutio, peace. Who talks about it?
True. I talk of dreams, which are not for the children of an idle brain, God of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and as inconstant as the wind, which woos even now the frozen bosom of the north. And being thus angered, puffs away from thence, turning its face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the dark. Shall bitterly begin his fearful night with this night's revels on a despised life closed in my breast by a vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the stairs to my course, direct my sail, on lusty friends mine.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague, to clear and scorn at our solemnity. Now, by the stock and honors of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not sin.
Why, how not, Vincent? Forsworn yourself.
Uncle, this is a Montague, a villain that is hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo's in?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, Tybalt. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. And to say truth, Verona drags him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I do not forget of all the town here in my house doing disparagement. Therefore, be patient. Take no note of him. It is my will, which if thou respect, show fair presence and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
It fits. With such a villain as a guest, I'll not endure
He
that.
shall endure. What good man boy say he shall go to? Am I the master you go to? You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul.
Patience perforce with willful cooler meeting makes my flesh tremble with grief. I will withdraw, but this intrusion now seemingly sweet shall convert to bitter scald.
If I profane with mine worthy's hand these holy shrines, the gentle finds this. My lips to blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
If pilgrim you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints of hands that pilgrim's hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips, and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Then let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. As from my lips by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin which they have took?
Sin from thy lips? O trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
Because by look, Juliet, your mother craves a word.
What is her mother?
Mary Bashmer. Her mother is the lady of the house, and is a good lady, and is wise, and virtuous.
Is she a Juliet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's debt.
Wait, begone this, what is that express?
I so I fear the more is my unrest.
What is yon gentleman?
The son and heir of old Tiberia?
What's he that now is going out of the door?
Marry, that I think be in Petruchio.
It's he that follows there that could not dance.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of our great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a wounded enemy.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now when I danced with all.
Anon. Come, let's away, the guests all are gone.
Can I go forward? My heart is here. Turn back, Dolor, and find thy center out.
Romeo! My cousin, Romeo! Romeo!
Nay, he is wise on my way. Stolen home to bed.
He has led this way and ran this orchard wall. Call good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too.
Romeo! Humors! Madman! Passion, lover! I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and all the domains that there adjacent lie, that in my likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him!
This cannot anger him. My invocation is fair and honest, and in his mistress's name I conjure only but to raise up him.
Turn thee, Benvolio! Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace.
I hate the word, as I hate hell, Almighty you, and thee! Coward.
Come, Romeo hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, that best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Romeo, good night. All to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek here what means not to be found.
Soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her best livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear. Cast it off. Oh, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love, that she knew she were. She speaks. Yet she said nothing. What is that? My discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. It is not to me she speaks. two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head. Oh, the light of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth the lamp. And her eyes would through the airy reason stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she lays her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were of love upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay,
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious as this night being o'er my head, as is the winged messenger unto the white upturned wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, as he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds.
oh, Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, refuse thy name. Or, thou wilt not? Be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
'Tis my lady that is my enemy. For if thyself, though not a Montague, what's Montague? Is it nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man? What's in a name? What you call Rose, by any other name, it's not sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all thyself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me beloved, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus discreet in night so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. For my name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, for it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance. But I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo to Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
By love's light wings did I approach these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no let to me.
They do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
Would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And, but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou this place?
By love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel and let him rise. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. If thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Lovers' perjury is a sage of laughs. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or, if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else not for the world.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb. As that thy love is likewise variable.
What shall I swear by then?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my adultery, and I'll believe thee.
I protest unto thee.
Well, do not swear. Though I join thee, I have no joy in this contract. It's too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which God sees to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when thence we meet. Good night, good night. Sweet repose and rest until thy heart is out within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy less faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it. Yet I would it were to give to thee again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
Sweet time, give it thee again. Yet I wish, for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Madam! I hear noise again. I'm coming on! Beloved dear, stay a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night. I am here. Meetings are all this but a dream. You flatter your sweet to be substantial.
Three words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow. I one that I'll prepare to come to thee, where in what time thou wilt perform the rite. Oh, my fortune, let thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world. Madam! I coming on! You tell me it's not well, I do beseech thee. Madam! By and by I come! Sweet slightly, maybe for the tomorrow will I send.
So thrive thy soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst of what I like. Love goes towards love as schoolboys towards brother. And love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo! Oh, for a falconer's tongue, for this task so gentle back again. Now which is hoarse and may not speak aloud. Thus would I tear the cave where echo lies and make her airy tongue more coarse and mine with repetition of Romeo!
It is my love that calls upon my name. Oh, how sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo!
My love,
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
Shall not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot how I could call thee back.
Let me still stay till thou remember it.
Should forget. To have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
It's almost morning. I should have thee gone and yet no further than a wanton's bird that lets it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted jaws, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
Oh, I would I were thy bird.
Sweet so would I, and I should fill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting such sweet sorrow that I must say good night till the tomorrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace and the rest. Where I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest. And will add to my ghostly fires go sell. His help to crave in my dear hat to tell.
The gray-eyed morn smiles on frowny nights, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light, and fleck darkness like a drunkard reels from fourth day's path and Titan's fiery wheels. Now, ere the sun avents his burning eye, the day to cheer and nights thankfully to dry, I must upfill this azure cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juicy flowers. Within this infinite run of this weak flower, poison hath residence in medicine power. For this, with that part, cheers each part. Being tasted, slays all senses with the heart. To such a posed kings encamp them still, in men as well as herbs, grace and goodwill. And where the worser's predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, father.
Then each day, or it comes so sweet saluted me. Young son, our this temper has so soon to make more to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every moment's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. But where unbruised youth with unsuffering doth conscious limbs, there the golden sleep doth reign. Therefore, thy earnest doth me assure, thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I get it right. Our Romeo had not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Was that Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father, no. got that name and that name's woe.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou ask again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me that's by me wounded. Both our help in thine holy physics and held lie. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be pliant, good son, and homely in thy drift. Willing confession finds but willing shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine and hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined. Save that thou must combine thy holy marriage. When and where and how we met we wooed, and made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy St. Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Your young men's love, that lies not true in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, would a dew of brine wash thy saddled cheeks for Rosaline? How much salt water, thrown away in waste, to season love, that of it doth not taste. If thou ever wast thyself, and these woes thine, thine these woes were all for Rosaline, and art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Woman may fall, and there's no strength in man.
Thou ties me off for loving Rosaline,
For doting, not for loving people line.
and bates me bury love.
Not in a grave, to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now, doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well that love did read by rote and could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence our sins and peace.
Wise and slow, he stumbled and run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Pay me not home tonight.
Not to his fathers. I spoke with his man.
Why, that same pale, hard-hearted wench that Rosaline torments him so he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, have sent a challenge to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master, how he dares, being dared.
Oh, poor Romeo, he's already dead. Stabbed with the white witch's black eye. Run through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than the prince of cats. Oh, he's the courageous captain of compliments. He fights his using prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests his minim rest 1, 2, and the third in your bosom, the very booker of a silk button. A duelist, a gentleman of the very first house of the first and second classes. Ah, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the hey.
Here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Bonjour, Senor Romeo. There's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us a counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Would you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, but my business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much to say a case such as yours may constrain a man to bow the hams.
Meaning, to courtesy.
That's most kindly hidden.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower.
Right.
Why then? Is mine pump well flowered?
Surely. Follow me in this jest, with I have worn out thy pump. And when the single soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing soul singular.
Oh, single-souled jest. Solely singular for the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wit faints.
Switch and spurs, or I'll try to match.
Nay, if thou wouldst run the wild goose chase, I'm done. For thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I have in my whole five. Was I with you there for the goose?
I was never with me there for anything when that was not there for the goose.
I'll fight thee by the ear for that jest.
Naked goose, but not.
Oh, thy wit is a very bitter sweeting, a most sharp sauce.
It not then will serve into a sweet goose.
Oh, here's a bit of shepherd that stretches an inch narrow to an ell broad.
I stretch it out for that word broad, which added to the goose, makes thee for far and wide a broad goose.
Why, is not this better than groaning for love? Art thou more sociable? Art thou Romeo? Art thou what thou art by art? as well as by nature. For this driveling love is like a great natural that runs running up and down to hide his bubble in a hole.
Stop there, stop there.
Stop these arrows, you stopped at my tail against the hair.
Thou else would have made thy tail large.
Oh, thou art mistaken. For I indeed came to the whole end of my tail and meant to occupy the argument no longer.
Oh, here's goodly here.
God you good morrow, gentlemen.
God you good evening, good gentleman.
Is it good evening?
Oh, 'tis no less, for the bawdy hand of the Nile is now upon the brick of noon.
Out upon you. What a man are you?
One gentlewoman that God hath made for himself to mar.
By my troth, this is well said. For himself to mar, quoth he. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you have found him than you was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name from all wars.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell, lady. Lady. Lady.
I pray you, sir, a word. As I told you, my young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell you, if you should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were truly a very gross behavior, as they say, for the lady is young, and if you should deal double with her, it were truly an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman in very weak dealing.
Nurse, come me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart and faith I will. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her thou do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid it advise. A means to come to shrift this afternoon. There she shall, at Friar Lawrence's cell, be shrived and married.
This afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there.
Farewell. Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times.
Clock struck 9 when I did send nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she's lame! Love's herald should be thoughts which 10 times faster glide than inside his knees, driving back shadows over lowering hills. Therefore do nimble penny doves draw love, and therefore hath the wind's swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as of all. My words would banty her to my sweet love and his to me. But old folks, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh no! She comes! Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? No, good sweet nurse. Oh, Lord. My look is thy sad. My news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am aweary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
I would thou hadst my bones and I thy news. They call my prithee speak. Good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath? When thou hast breath to say to me, thou art out of breath. The excuse thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either not stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is thy news good or bad?
You have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be as fine as any man's, yet his leg excels all men's, and for a hand and a foot and a body, though they may not be talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the very flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench. Serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, my head. Oh, my God. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. It beats in the pieces. Oh, true, your heart is setting about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
Faith, I am sorry thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse. Tell me what says my love!
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where's my mother? Why, she's within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
God's lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward do your messages yourself.
You're such a coil. Come! What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift this afternoon?
I have.
Then hie you to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now have the wanton blood up in your cheeks, the blush straight scarlet at any news. Go, all to dinner, hie you to the cell.
I tie fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, and after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. Amen. But come when sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange with joy. That one short minute gives me in his sight. Do thou but join our hands with holy words, and let love devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights of violent ends, and their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately, long off doth so. Too swift arrives, as tardy as too slow. Oh, here comes a lady, so bountiful in no world the everlasting flint. A lover men who strike the gossamers, the iris in a summer winter air, they in all fall, so light is vanity.
Good evening to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
Much to him, else is his thanks too much.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy love be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music sung unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Concede, for rich in matter than in words, rags of his substance, not of ornament, are the beggars that can count their worth. My true love has grown to such excess, I cannot sum up half my wealth.
Come with me, and we'll make sure work. For by your leaves, we shall not stay alone to Holy Church incorporate two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now these days are hot, it is the mad blood stirring.
Oh, come. Thou art hot a jack in thy mood as any man in Italy, and is soon moved to be moody, and is soon moody to be moved.
And what too?
Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head can be as idle as an egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street because he hath wakened thy dog that hath laid asleep in the sun.
I was so apt to quarrel as thou art, then any man should buy a fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
A fee simple! Oh, simple.
By my head, here comes a Capulet.
By my heel, I care not.
Gentlemen, good evening. A word with you.
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt not to do that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort! What, dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords.
Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that she'll make you dance. Zoons consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. I will drawn to some private place or reason coldly of your grievances. Here, all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge the no man's pleasure eye.
Peace, you accuser. Here goes my man.
I'll be hanged if you wear a livery. Mary, go before the field. He'll be your follower. Your worship in that sense may call him man.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the opportunity to raise such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy! This shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn!
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee more than thou canst devise till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, esteem my tender as dearly as mine own. Be satisfied.
Calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Alistair Cotta carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have done with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives, which I mean to make bold withal, and, as you shall use me thereafter, drive eat the rest of the 8.
I am for you.
Little Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your casado.
Gentlemen, for shame! Prepare this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, bid me you burn the streets expressly forbidden. Hold Tybalt, good.
I'm hurt! Oh, a plague of both your houses, I am spit! Is he gone and I have nothing?
What art thou hurt?
A scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. Mary, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. I am peppered and born for this world. Zoons, a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man to death. That devil, that braggart, that rogue that fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house goods, Ophelia, or I shall faint. Plague of both your houses, they have words meet of me. I have it, and soundly too, your houses.
My very friend hath got his mortal hurt on my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt that an hour hath been my cousin. Oh, Juliet, the measure of thy love has made me effeminate, and in thy temper softened valor steel.
Romeo, brave Mercutio is dead. That gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black faith on more days off the pen. This but begins the woes that others must end.
Here comes the fierce Tybalt, back again.
Alive in triumph and Mercutio slain. Away respected lenity and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Tybalt, take the villain back again that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio is but a little way above our heads waiting for dying to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy, that didst consort him here, shalt with him hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, be gone away! The citizens are afraid they will do thy death without taking. Hence, be gone away!
Why, unfortunate fool?
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Tybalt hid the life of stout Mercutio, and then he fled, but comes back by and by to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And to it they go like lightning, for ere could I part them was stout Tybalt slain. And, as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice. This must be eye for eye. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must now die.
Romeo slew him, he slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe? Not Romeo, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt. And for that offense, Romeo shall be exiled hence. Let Romeo in haste, else when he's found, that hour would be his last.
Come, night. Come, Romeo. Come, thou day night, that lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow over the south. Come, gentle night. Come, loving black-browed night. Come, my Romeo, and I shall die. Take him and cut him out of your stars. He will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night. Pay your worship to the first sun. I bought the mansion of Ayla, now possess it. Oh, I'm so not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is some night before some festival, to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news. And every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Oh, nurse, what news?
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Alack the day. We are undone, lady. We are undone. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Heaven be so envious?
Romeo can. Though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo. Romeo. Whoever would have thought it? Romeo.
What devil art thou that God's torment in the dust? His torture should be roared in dismal hell. But Romeo slain himself? Say thou that I, in that bare foul eye, shall poison more than the death-darting eye of cockatrice. I'm not I, if there be such an eye, or those eyes shut that make the answer I. If he be slain, say I, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine of my will or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with my own eyes. Here, on his manly breast, a piteous course, a bloody, piteous course, pale as ashes, all from gore blood, all bedaubed in blood. I swooned at the sight.
Break, poor heart, her finger break at once. Do prison eyes never look on liberty? Resign and motion here, and thou and Romeo press one heavy peer.
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I have. Oh, honest Tybalt, courteous gentleman. But ever I should live to see thee dead.
Who is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dear lord. And dreadful trumpets sound the general doom. Who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is dead. Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed him, he's banished.
Oh God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did. Alas the day, it did.
Oh, serpent heart hid with a flowering face. Did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend, angelical, just opposite of what thou justly seemest. The damned saint and honorable villain so fairly bound, oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no hope in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame comes to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame to shame to sit. Which is a throne where honor may be crowned, so monarch of the universal earth. What a beast was I to chide at him!
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? I, poor my lord, the tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it. Wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? Cousin villain would have killed my husband. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. Oh, this is comfort, wherefore we by then? Some word there was worser than Tybalt's death and murdered me. I should forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead. And Romeo banished him. There is no end to no limit bound to that word's death. No words can have no sound. Where's my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash lady's wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent. And theirs are dry from Romeo's banishment. Come, nurse. I'll to my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Hie you to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hie you to your chamber, all to Friar Lawrence's cell. Romeo is hid there.
Find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Father, what news? What sorrow gives place to my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar, my dear son, with such sour company. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Ha! Banishment! Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in this life, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence, from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every other worthy thing, live here and may look on her. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courted living carrying flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand, and steal immortal blessing from her lips, who even in pure and vessel modesty still blush, as if thinking her own kiss a sin. But Romeo may not, he is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are freemen, but I am banished. And say'st thou yet that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mix, no sharp brown knife, no sudden means of death thou ne'er so mean, but banished to kill me? Oh, friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howlings attend it. How is that a heart being a divine, the ghostly confessor, a sin absolver? And my friend professed to mangle me with that word banished.
Thou fallen mad man, hear me but speak a word.
Who wilt thou speak again of banishment?
I'll give thee argument to keep off that word. Adversity's sweet milk, philosophy to comfort thee. Though thou art banished.
Yet banished! Hang up philosophy, it helps not, it prevails not, talk no more.
But then I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when that wise men have no eyes?
Let me speak thee of that estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love an hour but married, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightest thou speak. Then mightest thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, run not. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I, unless the breath of heart's sick reds miss I can fold me from the search of eyes.
Hold it up. Who's there? Stand up. Run to thy study. By and by. My God, what simpleness is this? I come. Who thou so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from the Lady Juliet.
Well, welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar, oh, tell me, Holy Friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There, on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
He is ever in my mistress's case, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy, piteous predicament. Stand up. Stand up. Stand and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Or why should you fall into so deep an O?
Nerves.
Ah, sir, that's the end of all.
Big stuff, Juliet. How's it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? That I stained the child of our joy with blood removed but little from her own? Where is she? And how doth she? And what says my concealed lady to her cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and then starts up, and on Tybalt calls, and on Romeo cries, and down falls again. My lord, I'll tell her you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare the child.
Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. But hie you, make haste, for it grows very late.
How will my comfort survive by this?
'Tis late, night, and here sets all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. Soldier in Mantua, I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. 'Tis late, farewell, good night.
But though the joy past joy calls out on me, if were grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily. We have had no time to move our home. Look you, she loved your painting so dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late. Should not come down tonight. I promise you, with your company, I would have been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she is mute up to her happiness.
Sir Paris, I'll make a desperate tender of my child's love. They should be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more dart not. Wife, go to Juliet ere go to bed. Acquaint her here my son Paris's love. And bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next. But so, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, Wednesday's too soon. Oh, Thursday, let it be! Oh, Thursday, go tell her he shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no beard due, a friend or two. For hark you, 'tis not being slain so late, and maybe thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman, if we revel much. Therefore we'll have half a dozen friends, and they're an end. What say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. Well, Thursday be it then. Go you to Juliet ere go to bed. Prepare her wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber ho. Before me, it is so very late that we will depart early, by and by.
Wilt thou be gone? It's not yet your day. It was the nightingale, now the lark who pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks relate the severing clouds of yonder east. Night's candles are out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Gone light is not daylight, I know it. I, it is a meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light me on my way to Mantua. Stay yet, thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be tame. Let me be put to death. I am content so that will have it so. I'll say your grave is not the morning tide. 'Tis the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. And that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so.
It is! Hie hence, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Some say the lark and loathed toad changed eyes. Now I would they changed voices too. Now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam!
Nurse.
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke, be wary, look about.
Window, let day in and let light out.
Farewell. One kiss and I'll transcend.
Have thou gone so? Love, Lord, I, husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day and hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years, ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Dear. Oh God, I have no divining soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art so low as one dead in the bottom of the tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And believe me, love, in my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, fortune, fortune. All men call thee fickle. Art fickle, fortune, what dost thou with him that is renowned to fate? Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long. Send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? Unaccustomed cause procures her hither.
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
Ever more weeping your cousin's death? What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some of grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Would men keep me many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart, and yet no man like thee doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor, murderer, lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send one to Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he will soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Madam, if you find out that a man to bear poison, I should temper it. That Romeo should, upon receipt, there soon sleep in quiet. How my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him. Direct love I pour my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. Are they, beseech your ladyship?
Well, ho, thou hast a careful father, child, one who to put thee from thy heaviness hath sweared out a sudden day of joy that thou expects not, nor I look not for.
Hi, madam, a happy time. What day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, to the gallant, young, and noble Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride! Oh, I wonder at this pace that I must wed ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray thee, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, it shall be to Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
When the sun sets, their God chose a dew. The sunset of my brother's son, with rain in his sky. Hannah, wife, have you delivered her a degree?
I, sir, she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How? Will she not? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count of us unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to your bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate. Thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How chopped logic! What is this? Proud and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you, thank me nor thanking so proud nor proud, but fetting your fine joints against Thursday next to go to Paris to St. Peter's Church, I will drag thee unheard thither. Out, you green sickness carrying! Out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Fie, what are you, mad? Father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! Tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. Oh, my fingers itch. Why, we scarce thought us blessed that God had loved us with this only child, and I see this one is one too much, and they have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilden!
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue, good prudence, matter with your gossips, go!
I speak no treason.
Oh, God and good Eden!
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your grammar here a gossip's wolf, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's burden makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone, in company. Still, my care has been never matched. And having been provided a gentleman of noble parentage, a fair domain, youthful and nobly lined, stuffed, as I say, with honorable parts, fortune as one thought would wish in a man. And then to have a wretched puling fool, a whining mammy and her fortunes tender, to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I pray you, pardon me. And you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Grace where you will, you shall not house with me. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friends, and you be not. Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, but thank you, I'll not be forsworn.
I know pity sitting in the clouds and sees into the bottom of my grief. Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Thou will not. Make that bridal bed and that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh God! Oh nurse! How shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall my faith return again to earth unless a husband sent it to me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me, alack, alack. Heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy, some comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dares ne'er come back, or if he do, it must needs be by stealth. Then, since the case stands as it now doth, I think it best you marry the Count. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. An eagle hath none so quick, so fair, so green an eye as Paris hath. For sure, my heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead, or as good as he was living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from my heart?
And from my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
I was comforted marvelous much. But until my lady am gone, having displeased my father towards himself, to make confession into your soul.
Mary, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, those wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which yet praised him above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor, thou in my bosom henceforth shall be twain. To the friar to its remedy. If all else fail, myself have the power to die.
On Thursday, sir, the time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind? Even as a course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talk of love. For Venus smiles not in the house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which, too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
I would I knew not why I should be slow. But look, sir, here comes her lady towards myself.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
I may be so, and I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love, on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I shall confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I do so. I will confess to you that I love him.
So you will, I am sure, that you love me.
I do so. Be more of price, being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that. It was bad enough before your sight.
Thou wrongst it more than tears with that report.
There's no slander, sir, which is the truth. When I speak it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
May be so, for it's not my own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, you must entreat the time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse you. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door! When thou hast done so, come weep with me past here, past hell.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. Here thou most, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next, be married to this county.
Oh, bid me leave, rather than marry Paris, from off the battlements of yonder tower, off the fiendish ways, or where serpents are. Chain me with roaring bears, or bid me go into a new-made grave, and hide me with the dead man in the shroud. Things that to hear them told have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt to an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold there. Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, let that thou lie alone. Then let thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take out this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paling ashes. The eyes will not fall like death, and he shuts up the days of life. Each part, deprived of supple government shall, stiff, stark, and cold, appear like death. And in this borrowed likeliness of shrunk death, thou shalt commune 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then as the custom of our country is, in thy best robes uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all kindred of the Capulets lie. Against thou shalt awake, shall Roman by thy letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. And that very night shall Roman bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy, nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the acting it.
Oh, give me, tell me not of fear.
Hold, get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I will send a flag speed to Mantua, and thy letters to thy lord.
Thou give me strength, and strength shall help me. Farewell, dear father.
What? My daughter went to fire once?
I presume.
Well, we had a chance to do some good on her. He stopped a little target she was.
See where she comes from shrift with merry look.
Why, how now, my head strong? Wherefore, scorn you so?
I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests. I am enjoined by holy warrants to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you, henceforward and my ever will find.
Send for the county. Go tell him this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence himself, and gave him what he could love I might, not stepping over the bounds of modesty.
Why, I'm glad I'm in. This is well. Stand up. Before me, this reverend holy friar, our whole city is much bound to him.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now your night.
Tush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well. I warned thee, wife. I'll not to bed tonight. I'll walk myself to county Paris, and prepare up him against tomorrow. Oh, my heart is wondrous light, since the same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
My gentle nurse. I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight. For I made many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which while thou knowest is Christ before sin. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. Have a faint cold fear fills through my veins and almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call her back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should you do here? A dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come. Vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? What if it be a poison which the friar suddenly hath ministered to have me dead? As in this marriage, he should be dishonored because he married me before Romeo. I fear it is. And yet methinks it's not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if when I'm laid into the tomb I wait before the time that Romeo come to return together with the terror of her place, as an evolved and ancient repticle, wherefore these many hundred years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed. Where bloody Tybalt, yet but green and earth, lies festering in a shroud, or as they say, at some hours of the night, spirits resort. Alack! Alack, is it not very like that eye so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth? Living mortals, hearing them run mad. Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, madly with my forefathers' dreams? And pluck mangled to the shroud, and in his rage, with some great kinsman's bones as with a club, dash out my desperate brains! Ah! Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost. Seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon his point. Stay! Tybalt, stay. Romeo? 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 Here's drink. I drink to thee.
Nurse! Wife! We're home, nurse, I say. Go make Juliet. Go and turn her off. I'll go and chat with Paris. And make haste, make haste. The bridegroom has come already. Make haste, I say.
Mistress! Juliet! Fast, I warn her. Why, Lena, my lady! Fie, you slug of bed. Juliet? Bride? What, not a word? Fine, sleep for a week. You take your pennyworths now, for the county Paris has set up his rest, that you shall rest but little. God forgive me, Mary and Amen. Oh, how soundly is she asleep? My knees must wake her. Juliet! Mistress! Mistress! Alas! Oh, she's dead. She's dead. Help! Help! Samantha Vitae! Help! My lord, my lady!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day.
What is the matter?
Look! Look! Oh, heavy day.
Oh, me, my child, my only life. Revive them, look up, or I will die with thee. Help! Help! Call help! For shame, bring Juliet forth. Her lord is come.
Oh, woeful day.
Oh, lamentable time.
She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. Alack the day.
One day, she's dead. She's dead. She's dead. Let me see her. Out. Alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled, and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies in a little home lost, and the sweetest flower of all.
Oh, woeful day. Lamentable time.
Come, is it right to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day had death playing with thy life. There she lies, flowered as she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law, death is my heir. I will die and leave them all. My daughter he hath wedded, wife, living, all his debts.
How long have I thought to see this morning's face? yet it doth give me such a sight as this.
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day. Most miserable hour that ever him saw in lasting labor to his pilgrimage. But one poor and loving child. But one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath catched it from my sight.
Oh, woe. Oh, woeful, woeful, woeful day. Most wretched, hateful day. Oh, I've never seen so black a day as this. Oh, woeful day, oh, woeful day.
Peace. Oh, for shame. Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself have pardoned this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better is it for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death. The heaven keeps his part in eternal life. For though fond nature is us all meant, and if nature hears, her reasons merits.
All things that we ordained festival turn from their office to black funeral. Our wedding cheer to sad burial feast. Our solemn hymns to solemn dirges change. Our bridal flowers serve for a bird course, and all things change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you in. Madam, go with him. And go, Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heaven do allow upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom lords is slightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. Strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think. I breathed such life with kisses in my lips, that I revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed, and but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona. How now, Benvolio? Hast thou no letters to me from the prior? How doth my lady? Where is my father? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be well if she be ill.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capulets' monument, and a mortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in a kindred's vault, and took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. It looks so pale and wild and do import some misadventure.
Tush, thou art deceived. Go do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, I'll be with thee straight. Ah, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's say for means. Oh, mistress, thou art so desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabout he dwells. It's late, I know, the town of weeds with a woman grows, colored with simples, meager where his looks. Famine was in his cheeks. What ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold, here are 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear will disperse itself through all the veins, so that the life-worry taker may fall dead, and that the trunk may be discharged of breath as violently as hasty powder fire doth hurry from the fatal cannon's wound.
Such mortal drugs I have. But man's law is death to any of you that utters them.
Is he so bare and full of wretchedness that he fears to die? Famine is in his cheeks, need and oppression starveth from his eyes, contempt and beggary hang upon his back. The world is not his friend, nor the world's laws. The world affords the law to make him rich. Then be not poor, but break it and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. and if you had the strength of 20 men to dispatch you straight.
Here's thy gold. Worse poisons to men's souls, doing more murders in this loathsome world than these poor campfires thou mayst not sell. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself some flesh. Come cordial, and not poison. Come with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan Friar! Brother! How?
This ain't should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What's this, Romeo? Or if it's mind you read, give me these letters.
Going to find your barefoot brother out. One of our own, to associate with me, here in the city, visiting the sick. And finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we were both in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed at the doors and would not let us forth, so that must be to Mantua they were staying.
Who bear my letter to Romeo?
Could not send it. Here it is again. Nor can a messenger to bring it thee. So fearful of your infection.
Unhappy fortune! But my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear imports, and the neglecting made too much danger. Friar John, go hence. Give me an iron crow and bring it straight out to my cell.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now I was sent to the monument alone. Within 3 hours to ferry Juliet away, and she will surely rush that Romeo had no notice of these accidents, but I'll ride again to Mantua and keep her myself till I send to Romeo. Poor living corpse, close in a dead man's tomb.
How often on earth at the point of death have they been merry, which their keepers call a lightning before death? Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Oh, my love, my wife, death that had sucked the honey of thy breath had no effect yet on thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag has not yet advanced there. Why art thou yet so pale? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous? The lean abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, here will I remain. Here will I remain with words that are not chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-weary flesh. Eyes look your last. Arms take your last embrace. And lips, go you the doors of breath. Seal with a righteous kiss a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot now at once run on the dashing rocks thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, you apothecary. Thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die.
Comfortable sleep.
Where's my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where's my Romeo? What's here? A cup poison I see. At minute's time is end. Oh, churl! Drunk all and left no friendly drunk to help me after? I will kiss thy lips. Happily some poison doth hang on them to make me die with restorative. Heavens are warm. Oh, happy dagger. This is thy sheath. It rusts. Let me die.
Run to the cabinets, raise up the Montagues. St. Francis be my speed. Often I in my orphan stumble at graves. Romeo, Romeo! Oh, pale, pitiful sight. And here lies Juliet, bleeding, warm and newly dead. Who yet have lain these 2 days buried?
What misadventure sorrowing out the cause of person from morning rest? What should it be that is so shriek and cry? Oh, the people in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet, and all run with open outcry toward our monument. What fear is this which startles in our ears? Oh, heavens! Oh, boy! Look! Our daughter bleeds. Is staggered. I've mistaken. Below, his house is empty on the back of Montague. It's the sheep in my daughter's bosom. Oh, me. The sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son, and ere thou early down. Look and thou shalt see.
Wilt thou talk? What manner is in this? To push before thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till he can clear his ambiguities, and note their spring, their head, their treaty sin. Then will I be general of your woes and lead you even to death. Meantime forbear and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
Here I stand both to impeach and purge myself condemned and myself excused.
Say at once what thou dost know of this.
Romeo, their dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she, their dead, and Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage there was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new groom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove the siege of grief from her betrothed, would have married perforce to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise to rid her of this second marriage. Or in my cell there will she kill herself. Then gave I her so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion which so took effect as I intended, but wrought on her the form of death. In the meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come this dire night to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Father John, was stayed by accident, and yesterday I returned my letter back. Then, all alone at this prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault, meaning to keep her in my cell till I convene and consent to Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her waking, here lies the noble and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and as it seems, divines on herself.
I brought Romeo news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua to this same place, the same monument. Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your house, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. All are punished.
Oh, Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise your statue in pure gold, as that of Verona while that name is known. There shall no figure as such as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich, Sir Romeo's, by his ladies lie, for sacrifices of our enmity.
A blooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show its head. Go hence, and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some shall be punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.